Hello, I'm Jane Jackson, career management coach and author of #1 bestseller on Amazon Australia Careers, Navigating Career Crossroads. This podcast is all about careers, and today we're talking about personal branding and your professional image. Now, when it comes to career management and getting a dream role, have you ever wondered why, when qualifications and experience are equal, some people gain an advantage over their competitors? Often it's not because they are any better qualified for the job, but because they present themselves as if they are. They create the impression that they are a good fit for the role and the culture of the organization. The positive first impression they project paves the way to their success. Now, your personal presentation will undermine or establish your credibility. If you're lacking, it brings your credibility into question. And of course, by contrast, if you project a positive first impression, it will pave your way and make things easier when developing any relationship. First impressions do count. If you make a polished and professional entrance, it'll ease your way, as you will have set the bar at that level. If you set your bar rather low, it'll take longer to prove how good you are. We're all human after all. We're judgmental and we assume things so quickly whether they're correct or not. I'm sure you've done that before as well. I know I certainly have. Anyway, however, your image is not just what you wear. Your image is not all visual. Your image needs to be considered from 5 angles. There are 5 essential components of your image that come together, and they affect the way others perceive you. Let's have a look at each of them. So, number 1, that's your hidden image. Your hidden image encompasses what you believe about yourself. They include your past experiences and any fears that may be holding you back. Whether you are firstborn, secondborn, or the baby of the family plays a big part in how you view your world, along with whether you're male or female, whether you had an easy childhood or if your early life was a struggle, and so much more. Others won't be able to see this hidden image, and you can't see the hidden image of others, but affects what we see, hear, do, and also how we react to every situation every day. Now, how does this affect your job search? I found that from my own experiences and those of the clients that I've coached over the past 14 years, our hidden image plays the trump card when it comes to success and the way we handle challenges. Let's think about your hidden image. What are your expectations? What are the expectations of your family and your friends? And how does that affect your choices and the way you view your world, and how does it affect your job search? Now, the second component of your image is your assumed image. We're all preconditioned to develop expectations about a person even before we meet them. Our first impression depends a lot on what we've heard about them and what we think we already know. What's their reputation in their industry? Media. Who do they work for? What position do they hold? Which country are they from? What social demographic were they brought up in? Depending on what we know, we will expect them to behave in a certain way and hold certain beliefs and communicate in a certain way. The same is true when it comes to what others expect of us too. Do you know what people expect before they meet you? Do you represent your brand accurately? In your current or previous role, did you measure up to the expectations of new clients or new staff members when they met you? Fair or not, remember, you never know whom you'll be meeting and what their expectations and assumptions of you will be. If you want to present a positive image on your target audience, be aware of how you are perceived and the expectations that others have of you in your profession, at your level, in your industry. The third aspect of your image is your visual image. And this is how you physically present yourself, including what you wear and your body language. The body language is so important. In fact, in a work environment, how you address affects how professional you look, along with your posture, your eye contact, your smiles or frowns, and your nods. They all create a visual from which people make judgments about your professionalism, abilities, and even more. So how do you tailor your visual image? The first step, I believe, is reviewing your wardrobe. When it comes to what to wear in an interview or business setting, expectations will vary depending on the organization that you represent. A lawyer or chief financial officer will not be expected to dress like the creative director from an advertising agency or the showroom manager of a fashion PR company. If your appearance surprises when people see you, people will try to make sense of it and may come to an inaccurate conclusion. If you want to impress certain groups of people and create positive impression, their reactions will be shaped by a whole range of beliefs because of their own hidden images, which make them more or less receptive to you and what you represent. Remember, when you are out to impress someone, especially at an interview or during a networking meeting, once you're well prepared, have done your research and know what you're going to say, and have decided what to wear that will be appropriate for the occasion, it's time to think about how you come across with your mannerisms and your body language. Whether you're pitching for a contract or being interviewed for a job, your body language will affect the outcome. So many of us just don't think about our own body language, and yet we are so affected by the body language of others. You know what it's like. I'm sure you've experienced that funny feeling when you just can't pinpoint something, but it's something to do with the way they look at you or the way they're acting physically. Little clues that will indicate to you that the person sitting across from you, if you're nervous, being genuine, or telling a story that just doesn't ring true, will come from not just your tone of voice, but also mainly from your body language. So when you meet someone, steady eye contact, a warm smile, a firm, confident handshake says, "It's a pleasure to meet you." When you say it, a positive, genuine tone of voice conveys authenticity. Interviewers can read a person's body language quickly. What this means is that if you've made a positive impression, the interviewer will spend the rest of the time looking for confirmation of this positive image. Of course, on the other side, if you make a negative first impression, often the interviewer will spend the rest of the time looking for more evidence that you are not right for the job. Okay, on to aspect number 4, your experienced image. What is it like to be in your presence? The experience people have with you creates your experienced image, and this image can overrule all the others and cause people to think differently about you. From that first handshake, is yours a limp fish handshake or one of those power handshakes? Have a think about it. Or what about your tone of voice, your attitude to work and to life, your sense of humor, your manners, whether you're someone who looks for opportunities or only sees obstacles in the way, whether you smile easily or scowl as the norm, all of this counts towards what it's like to be in your presence, what it's like to be with you. Think about the experience others have with you. Do you talk over people? Do you defer to others? Do you make introductions politely? Do you listen to what others say? And do you seem to care? Do you do what is considered to be the right thing in various circumstances? This is particularly important when dealing with people across cultures. What is acceptable in your culture may not be acceptable in theirs. And finally, your proven image. While first impressions count, if you create a negative first impression, you can overcome it in time. You overcome it by creating a consistent, reliable, proven image. Creating a positive proven image means not over-promising and under-delivering. It means over-delivering and creating a consistently positive customer or client experience. It means taking the necessary steps to deliver on time, within budget, keep your promises, and be consistent in your delivery. It also means becoming the dependable mentor, the reliable employee, or the manager who genuinely cares. It means building your positive reputation one step at a time. What's really most important is to be true to yourself and to be authentic in all that you do. If your hidden image, assumed image, visual image, experienced image, and proven image are consistent and complement each other and also reflect your personal and career values, you will be successful. You'll also be respected and perceived as someone who displays strong personal leadership characteristics. Well, that's it for today. I'm Jane Jackson, Career Management Coach, and I love assisting my clients to find their true career passion and direction. If you want to know more, visit me at janejacksoncoach.com. And until next time, remember, create your own magic, believe in yourself, and take action.